And good morning to all my own lovely page members, all the lovely members on Memories of Plaistow and Beyond, and Historic Churches UK. Hope you're all okay. Hope you're all going to have a great weekend. And I hope as well that the weather today is as lovely with you as it is here in London. Very nice day today and a complete polar opposite to yesterday. And it's a then and now post, which I've not done one for a while. So our focus point for today is one that's fairly local to me. West Ham Baptist Tabernacle on West Ham Lane, Stratford, London E15. The tabernacle originated in 1839 when members of the Zoar, Whitechapel, and the Ark, Francis Street, Maryland Point, started preaching in the house of John Champness under his leadership. In the same year, a stable loft was hired for services and symbolically named the granary. This leaked, and the congregation was disturbed by men swearing at the horses below. The tabernacle, the first one, was built in West Ham Lane in 1844. In 1847, it joined the London Strict Baptist Association, with which it had been informally linked from the first. It was enlarged in 1850, but in 1851 had only a small membership. Under William Bracher, whose tenureship was 1858 to 1875, a gallery was added in 1872. The Sunday school was revived in 1873, and a new schoolroom opened in 1882. The schoolroom is in what we would call like a crypt or basement / cellar area below. G. Elvin, whose tenureship was 1871 to 1881, was paid no fixed salary for being supported by profits of tea meetings and anniversary gifts instead. James Clinch, whose tenureship was 1882 to 1888, received £1 a week plus one annual collection. The tabernacle flourished under Jabez Humphreys, whose tenureship was 1896 to 1901. In 1902, the building was sold to the Borough Council for road widening. In part payment, the council gave another site in West Ham Lane, and the then present, what we see in this picture, tabernacle was built there in 1903 under H.J. Galley, 1903 to 1920. That was his tenureship. The congregation grew and the building debt was cleared. Membership reached a peak of 240 people in 1926. Was fairly maintained in 1939, and by 1976 the congregation numbers had dropped down to 78. Here we see the tabernacle, as many of us who do live in the local area will remember it. If you've ever been to Stratford, you'll have gone past this one, I should imagine. If you've gone from Canning Town or Plaistow to Stratford, you'll have gone past this. And there you see the old tabernacle with the schoolroom below and the lovely chapel above. And it's a shame this one's gone, because I would have liked to have covered it for my page, building with a bit of character. Here's some other images. These are public domain images, these ones. In 2019, they sold the old church and the site, and it was pulled down. And as part of their agreement, when the new place was put up, part of it remained a chapel, as we're going to see in a minute. But when they sold, they literally sold everything. I found this online in part of my research, and this is one of the old wooden pews from inside the old tabernacle. And I found this sold now, but on antiquechurchfurnishings.com, and it's a 1904 West Ham Baptist Tabernacle Baltic Pine Antique Church Chapel pew, and it's sold, and it didn't sell for very much money, I may add. As I say, the old tabernacle was pulled down in 2019. Come 2021, 2022, this was being put up and had gone up, and this is what replaced the old tabernacle, this new building. And as you see below, West Ham Baptist Tabernacle, that still remains there. And they've cashed in on the great land grab and need for housing in London and put flats above. Interesting, really, because like in the Industrial Revolution, when all The population boomed and the old terraced houses had to be put up. We're living through a very similar era where the population is booming again and all these kinds of things are having to be put up. These, in my humble opinion, pretty characterless brick, glass and steel and wood boxes. There's not much charm or character to buildings nowadays. I much preferred the old tabernacle. So ladies and gents, that is the history of the old West Ham Baptist Tabernacle. That's our then and now. Hope you all enjoyed this one. Hope you all have a great weekend and thanks for watching.